everyone, and welcome back to Philly by Night, The Monster Within. When we left off, Crux had just had a great dinner. Slightly awkward. Offered the opportunity of a lifetime, and has had a chance to sleep on it. It would be a situation where Crux has to give up the life that they know now to potentially have a much better life and bring back some of that to where they're from. But we're gonna jump ahead some. Give Crux a day to ruminate on all of this before the evening comes and they meet at Moriarty's gym in South Philly. It's a little bit away from where Crux lives, but Broad Street line, quick trip on the bus, 3 stops, and you're there. The gym is locked. But as soon as you are at the door, Mr. Moriarty opens the door and says, "Oh, Crux, come on in."
Hey, Mr.
You notice, the first thing you notice about Sal is that he's in a beater, a pair of gray sweatpants, his hands are wrapped, and he's wearing boxing shoes.
Okay, the first 2 things made me think he was sleeping here. Now the last 2 things make me go, "You coming out of retirement, Mr. M?" Like,
I was hoping, and come in, get comfortable. I know you have stuff in the lockers here. I was hoping that we could spar. Get these old bones working again. It's been a while.
all right. Well, now to be clear, this is so my guy is Ray. He's just the owner of the gym. Do I know much about him, like in terms of like your fighting history?
You know that there's a few posters of Sal around the gym.
Yeah.
For some relatively big minor fights from what seems to be the late 90s.
Yeah.
All hype and no substance. You don't see any trophies, no things about his record in here, no news articles. The things that you have around, like, oh, up and coming fighter from South Philly or North Philly, yada yada yada. There's like 2 articles up, and then they kind of disappear.
Yeah. But he owns a gym, and that always speaks for itself. It's like Crux is like putting down their bag, kind of like just warming up a bit. It's like, you really you want to go up with the Instagram famous murderous meatball, Mr. Moriarty? Like, come on.
Take it easy on me, kid. Take it easy. I'm not trying to like fight you. I just want to spar a little bit to see what you got.
Yeah, all right, sure. Don't be mad at me if I hurt you.
Fair enough. We got agreement. Just don't do to me what you did to that other kid.
Sensitive too soon, but I won't.
Listen, I just don't take these things that seriously. I mean, like, it's serious because somebody got hurt, but like, it's boxing, man. It's boxing or fighting. It's the same thing.
I hear you. It's just, I don't know. It's just like, it's one thing for me to get hurt. It's another thing for a guy to go down with a traumatic brain injury. Like,
Yeah.
stuff's serious. I mean, like, I know I'm gonna be good. I've been, I take care of myself. I do the checkups.
There's a contract signed. You're not liable for anything that happens.
I know. Someone wouldn't be liable if I got hurt, but it's like,
Exactly.
stuff like that just makes me like remember how fucked this stuff can get,
Or how fragile life is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. and so I feel a little bad. Like obviously, maybe I'll send him some flowers or something, or food
And
if he wakes up.
fair enough. And just to kind of set the scene, the gym is like the only lights that are really on are around the ring.
Yeah.
It is empty. It's quiet. It smells like old leather and sweat and bleach. You know, your gym disinfectant. Uh, and Sal steps in the ring, bounces, light on his toes. He's like, I remember this, kid. This is where champions are made, Virgil. Where the weaknesses that you feel, the doubts, all that gets stripped away. Where you become more than you were. And here, it's almost like a superpower. Am I right?
Yeah. Crux is like smiling, like got the boxing gloves on, is kind of dancing on the feet a little bit. It is like gonna take it real light. This is gonna be like he does not want to hurt Mr. Moriarty. Uh, so it's going into this like 30% and gonna increase until it's like, oh, don't want to hurt the old man. Like,
Yeah. And he is like, come on, hit me.
and then he like
Dodges
takes,
it.
oh,
Lightning quick.
okay, Mr. Moriarty, and it's like is gonna keep like doing a couple of those shabs at the same pace to see.
Lightning quick. Come on, kid. I know you're faster than that. You can hit me.
Don't gotta tell me twice. Cranks it up to like 50.
Still.
He kind of backs off. Hey, I didn't know you had game like that.
And he pops off a quick jab right as you're talking, right in the lip. And it's way quicker than you expected. He wasn't trying to hurt you, you can tell.
Yeah.
But it was like, oh, you could tell you took something off that punch. It was, wow.
Okay. Crank it up to 70 because he's like, what the? All right. Guess we ain't talking. Comes in, light jab, trying to get into an uppercut, just like sending all the shots.
And it's just dodge, 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 dodge. He's like Floyd Mayweathering you, popping the hand down, pop, pop.
God damn. And now he's going all out. He's like, well, clearly, if you can dodge all of this, I can have a little fun.
Yep. And you take the 100% at it, and you land just like a glancing blow right on the cheek. And he kind of like stops after you hit him, and he's like, "That's pretty good. That's pretty good."
No, I'm great. What? All right, what you got?
Man, that was fine. Then he just hauls off and hits you right in the kidney. Just whop.
Oh,
And you crumple.
drops like a
Because
sack
it
of
was
fucking
way
potatoes.
harder than you expected. And like, how did this old man just hit you that fast and that hard? And then you look up at him and you feel a pull, a presence, unnatural aura, a charm to him. And he's like, come on, you're good. You're fine.
And I think the shock of it immediately lit that anger in Crux. And then that pull kind of dulls it almost.
That's what I'm looking for. You got it. I see the fire in you. That's what we need, kid. That's what we need all the time. We need that fire. Not just when you're out in the streets, when you're on the bullhorn, talking to these people who don't give a shit about what you care about. We need that fire We need warriors. You are a warrior. It's in your heart. I can see it. The shit you believe in, that's the shit that gets you hyped up. Fighting for you, that's just a job. It's just work. It's a pressure release. Right?
Words comes in trying to crank up to 110. Like,
and he's just dodging around you, dodging around you. At one point, you see him in front of you, and then he's behind you, like literally just here and then behind you. And he just taps you on the shoulder.
And I think Crux is beginning to kind of like lose form as like 110, like the 10% is like how mad Crux is. Yeah. Like there's 100
that's
normal.
When the haymakers and the
it is
off balance punches coming. Yeah.
Like swings behind. You're not supposed to be doing that in boxing. Like it's just like, and I think there's this rhythm of like Crux literally swinging every punch like that they can muster, and all of them are being like avoided.
And now you're losing it. I see it. All that little bit of control that you claim to have, it's bullshit. Control over anything is bullshit.
Fuck you. And it's like, it's genuinely at this point, it's like trying to knock Mr. Moriarty on his fucking ass.
And then he clinches you as you're throwing one of these punches. Just holds you. And it's tight. It is like a vice grip. You can't move. You can't throw a punch. And he's like, you're better than this. And I'm going to make you better.
Let go of me.
No. You want to change things. You really want to change them, right? That's what you've been telling us. That's what you've been telling everybody. You want to know how to really change things? I can give you that. You want that power? The way that I'm going to give it to you is the only way.
What?
And you look at him and his face, and you see him smile, almost predatorily. And then you see the fangs grow.
Hey, what are you doing? What is, whoa.
I'm gonna change your life, kid. Forever.
Forever's a long time, Mr. Moriarty. Sure I can't. I still got some time, right? What is it? Middle of the day?
You're about to learn how to be a real warrior. And he just reaches back and bites. And at first it hurts. Hurts like a motherfucker. It's right in the muscle, right in the vein on your neck. Getting to the spot on the meatball is a little bit difficult. There's some muscle there.
Yeah.
But then it doesn't hurt anymore. And it feels like one of the best things that you've experienced. Like finally, you have a little peace. Your mind quiets. The stress is gone. And you can feel yourself dying. You know that this is it. Like a monster has you. But why does a monster having you not feel terrible? And you look around the room. You see the space sort of slowly fade away. What are you thinking in this moment?
I think it's both internal and external. Mm-hmm. Crux was fighting for their goddamn life, like punching Moriarty in the ribs, like hitting in the face, like teeth in the neck be damned, is genuinely fighting for his life to be released. And he realizes that it's not working. And there is that pain that transitions into a sort of pleasure, peace, something deep within him that almost stirs and wakes. And I think that makes him that freaks Crux out even more. And there's a, what are you doing? Please let me go. I don't need to be a fighter. I don't need any of this, man. Like I got a family. It feels the dying incoming. Terror sets that mixed with a little bit of joy. Does not know how to feel about it, but knows that there is a primal feeling inside of him that is taking over, and that's the fear of death. He's not too afraid to admit it. He's pissing himself, literally, non-metaphorically, like until the end, the fight is strained out of him. The resignment hits.
And right as that hits, you see him let you go. He holds you up almost easily, and he bites at his hand, and he goes, "Drink or die." And he puts his hand to your lips.
I don't think Crux can really move. He's literally ensanguinated.
And then the first drop hits your tongue. And it is one of the most glorious experiences you've ever had.
And that fear of death turns into yearning. All fear is gone. Whatever that feeling was, that like peace. He grabs his wrist, or no, I guess he doesn't have that strength. He's like, his tongue is like lashing out, giving all of the bodily functions of like, give me more.
Yep. And eventually you're able to grab. But after a while, he pushes you away. And he goes, "When you wake up, I promise you." He says, "When you wake up, I promise you, you'll have a whole new outlook on everything, kid. Promise." And then everything sort of fades away. You don't know how long you lay there for. Could be minutes, hours, days. But when you finally come to, you find yourself laid out in the ring. There is some blood next to you, sort of dripping off your lips. You feel like a clarity has hit you. You're stronger. You know it instantaneously that you are stronger. Like almost like you could tear this place down with your bare hands. But you also feel a hunger. Not like any hunger you've ever felt before. This is not like, oh man, I haven't eaten all day, I was working out, something like that. This is like in your bones, in your soul, a hunger that you know has to be filled, like a monster within you that needs to be sated.
Yeah. And there is that blood left on Crux's lip, and they taste it.
It's delightful.
Yeah. And there's not, I don't think there's much thought going on here. Crux has to have more of that.
Mr. Moriarty comes out from his office. He's like, "Hey, kid, you're up. Excellent, excellent. So, first off, sorry about how that went. Sometimes a little bit easier than others, but I'll make it up to you. I promise. I, let's start with the basics. First off, before you get all unhappy, you are technically dead. He's still some distance from you, and he's just kind of talking and walking slowly. And he's like, you are what they call a kindred, a vampire, and the short words parlance. You are hungry, I'm sure. But we can take care of that. I'm going to take you out on a hunt. I'm going to show you how this works properly. Going to find us some nice meat to go. You good?
Crux has been getting up slowly, feeling in their body. There's like the thumbing of a drum kind of in their ears. They have no idea if that was like their blood, his blood, someone else's blood down the block. It kind of doesn't matter. And Crux has this almost hypnotized look looking at Moriarty. Does he still have the wound that like he cut himself on, or is it like
Nope.
healed? Yeah.
It's healed.
And I think Crux is kind of like looking up and down at him, kind of like searching for like, are there any entry points? Like, is there any way I can get it quick, like get it fast? Like, and there's a point at which he's like, are you good? And he's like, shut up.
That's not any way to talk to somebody who's trying to help you out.
Stalking like a big cat feels wrong. Like, the only thing that I can imagine is like an ogre with a club that knows, like, if I hit this thing, I get a free meal.
I'm going to need you to get that look out of your eye. I see it. And we can go get you something to eat. You just need a minute. Do you need me to bring you someone?
Grabs a wrist.
And you see him move almost sluggishly now. It seems so much less quick than he was before.
What's wrong with you?
And he's trying to pull away. He's like, hey, let me go. And he's like punching and punching. It hurts. It does hurt to get punched like that. This is bone-shatteringly hard punches he's throwing at you. But you don't let go. Oh, it is the best thing ever. There is, in your life, of all the things you've felt, victory, sex, riding a roller coaster, anything joyous, getting a hug from your mom as a kid, nothing compares to this. And you go deeply. Oh boy. And he's trying, he's pulling. You feel your bones break as he pulls at you. And still, your grip is vice-like.
And I think Crux, at this point, because they're in the reverie of feeding, kind of crunches down like with a hand on this wrist and inadvertently like shatters it. And it's like, but I think in a way that almost makes it easier to the blood to flow into Crux's
the
mouth.
marrow and everything, the deliciousness parts. And his hits get weaker and weaker, and eventually you find yourself kneeling because he's falling to the ground.
Yeah.
And he's like, stop. I can't help you. I can make you so much better. I just need some time. Let go. Let go. You don't know what you're doing. The cries die out. And after a while, there is nothing here but a desiccated corpse. There's nothing left in him. The skin sticks to the bones with nothing left in it. this does not look like any human corpse you've seen. This looks like a mummy that you've seen on like a TV or in a museum. Even draining him, this doesn't look right. Where did his organs go? Where were they? You
And
feel strong.
I think that feeling of pleasure is replaced by something of anger as Crux looks at this flimsy body and is, how did this thing get one over on me? And I think Crux steps on the chest of the bones,
And it just crumbles like a old piece of bread.
and there's a satisfaction in that, and hearing that crunch that I think Crux did know that he was talking about last night. You know, the crunch of bone, that feeling of it, but it's different now. So Crux steps again. It was on the chest. It was on the chest the first time. That cracks, and steps again and again and again, and is pulverizing every elevated surface of this body until it is dust.
You've broken the floor while you're doing this.
Yep.
You don't realize it at the time you're doing. You're just stomping this thing out, but you've broken through concrete on your way. And after a while, you hear the door open. You're sitting here. You don't know how long it's been since when you've been turned into what you are now. And you hear someone goes, listen, little brother, I'm going to need you to come with me. And you see a man. He's a black man, probably younger than you. He is probably about 5'10", slim, maybe 140 pounds. He is wearing a long leather jacket. He looks like he has weapons hidden under there, but he does not have any weapons in his hands. He's wearing black jeans, a black t-shirt, and he's like, I know you don't know what you did, but I'm going to have to take you in.
Take me in.
I said what I said. We could do this the easy way or the hard way. And I promise you, you do not want to do it the hard way.
Where?
We kindred have some rules. I'm going to keep you somewhere safe for tonight. And tomorrow, after you've gotten your sleep, we're going to bring you before a council of people who are going to determine your fate.
And I think I feel like Crux is wearing a sweatshirt because it's spring, and it's covered in blood. Obviously, it's probably, I don't even know what color it was, but the color it was doesn't fucking matter, because the color that it is like, what is that? What is it when you like, is like tie dye, but the tie dye is blood. The dye is blood. And Crux, who admittedly, for reasons beyond, honestly, their control, was not listening to anything that Moriarty was saying. So, almost as if it's a joke, I don't know what the fuck a kindred is, but you're not taking me anywhere. And honestly, I kind of feel like the hard way right now, because I want to blow off a little bit of steam.
And as soon as you say that, this person is like, you said it. And you hear heart, like as you're saying heart way, there is a stake going right in your chest.
What the fuck?
And you can't move now. You're still aware of you and your body and everything. He's like, listen, I didn't want to do it this way. This is gonna suck. This is sleep paralysis for vampires, except you're aware the whole time. And he moves your
I
arms
can't move.
down.
Yeah.
And he takes your body and he's like, I'm going to cover you up because I can't just go out in the streets of South Philly with you looking like this. We're going to get this situation taken care of. As far as this place goes, we're going to get rid of the body and, well, what's left of it. And you're being walked out to a car, stuck in a back seat, just slid in. And you do not know how this smallish person is just moving you around so easily. And he's like, ideally, you would have done this the easy way and we could have had a proper conversation where you could talk back to me. But since that's not the case, you have violated one of the traditions. This is a tradition of destruction. I know you don't know what the traditions are, but this is a very important one. Your sire, Mr. Moriarty, well, let's say he did it wrong. He should have had somewhere here for you to feed on, but instead, well, you committed what we call diablerie. Now, I don't know if Mr. Moriarty is in your head. They say that's a thing that can happen, or maybe you have absorbed his soul. I don't know anything about all of that. My job is to enforce the rules. I'm going to bring you in front of Prince Evie Evelyn Devereaux. And she is going to determine your fate. And as it happens, since Sal was dragging his fucking feet, you're going to get a chance to meet everybody tomorrow. All of your newly embraced. Yep. So I'm going to put you in a nice little cell. And I know you're super strong. I do. You are pretty fucking strong. And so you're going to stay with this stake in your chest. You're going to get hungry. And I'll take care of that. I got some blood bags prepared for you. And you sip off of those once you get up. And then you'll have a little chat. And then we're going to decide if we're going to cut your head off. I know that sounds harsh, but that's just the way the things have to be. I'm sorry. Like... And you're just being driven along. You don't know where you're going. You can't see anything. You're sitting on the back seat. Your head's behind the passenger seat. You can't even turn your head. You just see lights going by, the street lights going by. Eventually, you are grabbed, covered up, taken into a building, tossed sort of unceremoniously into a little room. The sheet is taken off of you, but the stake is not removed. There, you see a steel door and just walls. He's like, when I wake you up tomorrow, we're going to pull that stake out. I'm going to need you to act right. Because if you don't act right, we're going to have to hurt you. And I really don't want to do that. Because if I hurt you, it's going to be a bit of an experience because you are hungry and you're probably feeling even a little bit more drained as you are relatively new. You've been staked in the heart. Your heart doesn't pump anymore, but there is a little bit of blood loss that happens. It's just the nature of the game. So we're going to feed you. You're going to sip on one of those bags, and then we're going to bring you in front of the prince. This is the way things are going to go. My name's Benjamin Carter. I promise you, I don't intend to harm you unless I've been commanded to. Cool? See you in the morning. And what you say in the morning, hey, well, it's morning for us, but not morning for you anymore. See you tomorrow evening. You won't see the sun again. And the time goes by, and you feel the sleep that Kindred are commanded to come along to you quickly. You don't feel rested like you felt when you were human. But you know that time has passed, and when you awaken, you're there for a little while. It is soundless. You don't hear anybody else in the building. You don't hear music. You don't hear anything. This is like one of those sensory deprivation things. And then the door unlocks. And he says, all right, I'm going to cuff you just to make it take some time if you decide that you want to attack me. Please don't do that. And I'm going to pull the stake out. Please act right, or it will go back in you. And that's just the way it's going to have to be. So he cuffs you. He sits on your chest, knee down on your chest, pulls the stake out. We good?
You know how fucking unpleasant that was?
Yes, it's happened to me before.
Get off my fucking chest.
Gets off your chest.
Are these normal cuffs?
Not exactly.
Am I able to break them? He doesn't want to do anything, but he doesn't like being tied up.
Probably. But if you're not going to act the clown, I'll take the cuffs off of you.
I kind of wanted to look cool, but sure.
I would prefer to have my cuffs intact, to be honest with you.
Oh, I'm sure you would.
Comes over with keys, unlocks your cuffs. He's like, listen, you're strong. I'm stronger. And that would probably be difficult for you to understand because I look like me and you look like you.
What are you, like 19?
I am, well, let's look at this thing. I am currently 112. If we count life as kind and then unlife together.
Sure. Well, how old are you not alive?
About 82 years.
I wouldn't buy it if I didn't get fucking bit yesterday.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Did you have something to do with that?
No, I did not have anything to do with it. I'm sorry that it went the way it went because we got about 10 minutes before I bring you in front of some people who are going to determine whether you continue to unlife or die.
How is that fair?
It's not. But fairness is not really how things work. And we're not, I personally don't get to determine the rules.
People like us never do. Carter, was it?
Carter. Benjamin.
Sure. So, where the fuck am I?
Actually, you're somewhere pretty nice. Don't worry about it. And he's like, listen, just follow the hallways. I'm going to tell you where to turn. I have to keep you in front of me for obvious reasons. But I'm not going to cuff you unless you decide to attack me. And then I'm going to stake you, and I'm going to cuff you, and then I'm going to tie you up too. And it's going to be real unpleasant.
Fine.
Thank you. See, we can't be pleasant. So he walks you out. Take a left turn, right turn, go up some stairs. You know you're in a basement somewhere. Don't know where exactly because you see the ducts and the smell of the dampness and mildew and so on. And once you go up some stairs, you're brought into like a backstage area. It's the best way to describe it. You feel like you're in a theater, probably. You haven't been in this place before. Theaters aren't really a place that Crux hangs out necessarily.
Like occasionally, and it's always like small
Yeah.
indie shit.
And you hear presenting the Diablerist, New Blood. And you are marched out in front of stage, and you see several people out on the stage. You see a youngish person, Asian, white mix, ballerina type, another ballerina type. You see someone who clearly looks like they think they're the shit, nobility, if you will. Another person with an eyeball in their forehead looks at you and is blinking. And you're marched out in front with a few more people out there. We'll get to them later. And there's a crowd. Several people sitting in the seats, with one person prominently put in front. She is pale, long dark hair, corset, boobs up to here, slim, long boots, all the way up to the knees, and she looks at you and says, Prince DeVoe, this is Crux. Is that what you prefer?
Sure, you can call me Virgil. But yeah, it's Crux.
Prince DeVoe looks at you. She looks you up and down for a little while, and she goes, so, welcome, young ones. We have a particular situation in Philadelphia. The departure of some of our elders has opened certain opportunities and responsibilities that go along with those opportunities. And you, all of you, stand before this court, representatives of the new blood that runs in your veins. She looks at you as you raise a hand.
It sounds like you want us to do community service or you're going to kill us.
Let me finish. I am not one to be interrupted. Most of you here are to be formally acknowledged and to prove your understanding of our traditions and to pledge your loyalty to this court and to its masquerade. However, I must understand your fitness for these roles. However, one of you, and she looks directly at you, Crux, one of you stands accused of transgressions that threaten the very fabric of kindred society. Virgil J. Crucible, you stand accused of violating one of our traditions, the sixth tradition, the right of destruction. You have killed your sire. And while you may not know what you've done, this is forbidden within kindred rules. You must understand that these crimes are of a very profound gravity within our society and are typically met with immediate and undeniable final death. Do you have anything to say for yourself before said judgment is passed?
I can speak now. It's my turn.
You may speak.
All right. Did you know him?
Yes, I did.
I, did y'all know him? And kind of like gestures to whoever's behind her and hopes there's like shakings of head.
She says, "You may speak." And they go, most people go, "Yeah. Yeah, we know."
Yeah, cool. Then you understand fundamentally he was a prick, an asshole, and he was really weird, and he probably deserved it.
A few people instantly start laughing.
Look, y'all, sure, I didn't know not to do destruction. Sure, I'll own up to that. I've done tons of things as a kid that, didn't know that knife could hurt people. But he sucked. And if you didn't like him, I took care of that. And I'm much better than him.
Excuse me. You see I'm going to do this for the Twilight fans.
Sure.
But you see a white man stand up who looks something like Carlisle.
Mm.
He says, "Dr. Julian Albright, Ventru, Primogen. This young person has obviously committed a grave mistake within Kindred Society. However, they were unaware of the situation. And to be completely fair to them, while Sal was given the opportunity to embrace and to increase the Bruja ranks within the Camarilla, it seems that he underestimated the power that his progeny possessed. This is, unfortunately, not something very surprising to any of the kindred here. And you hear a few people go, "Mm-hmm, yep." That Sal underestimated a situation or overestimated his own abilities. Prince Devreux, I understand that this young child is facing death. I understand that diablerie is forbidden within the kindred. However, they were unaware of the situation, and while that doesn't excuse it, I am willing to take responsibility for them, to teach them the ways of the Camarilla, to teach them the traditions, and to ensure that this never happens again. He gives you a look and just like,
he catches a vibe. He's like, can't this literally not happen again? Like, don't I only get one? But he shuts up.
Prince Devreux looks at him, looks at you, and she goes, "Dr. Albright, I must ask, do you think you can control this one? If they were strong enough to kill Sal, a Bruja of quite the strength, do you think you could keep him from doing this to you?" And Dr. Albright looks to you and he goes, "I am 100% positive that after working with me, that Virgil will be a upstanding citizen, and a true contributor to the Camarilla. Wouldn't you agree? And he looks at you.
Yeah, I'm gonna do everything I can to help out Carmilla.
She looks at you and she goes, I have, up to this point, asked every child on the stage to justify why they should be able to live with these great powers that have been bestowed upon them. What will you bring that will make this worth our while? And she
Uh,
says, do not speak for him, Albright. She looks back to you.
I truly and deeply have almost no understanding of the rules of this culture. But there's one thing that I'm recognizing is that you care for power. And I'm the most powerful son of a bitch you've met in North Philly, physically speaking. Next to you, of course, Miss Evelyn.
Prince
Prince.
Devereaux.
Prince Devereaux. Thank you. Still learning all of the terminology. And if given the chance, I can be a strong arm for the Camarilla. Because who doesn't love a strong arm?
And that is where we're going to end this episode. Thank you all for joining us for the second prologue to Philly by Night, The Monster Within. We are going to be back in 2 weeks with another episode introducing our next cast member and their prologue story of how they got embraced. But before we leave, I want to give a shout out to D&D Jordan Lee for handling production and the overlays and making sure that we have captions. Thank you, Jordan. You've been fantastic. We much appreciate it. Thank you to all the mods who've been here tonight as well. I have been your storyteller, Prince, aka Dimples and Dice. That is where you can find me around the internet as Dimples and Dice. Zoe, please tell the people where they can find you and what you're up to.
Hi everyone, I'm Zoe, the sweetest person ever, playing such a sweet little guy, who's never done anything wrong and will continue to never do anything wrong. Clearly, Zoe, and I played Crux. You can find me everywhere that you need to find me at Radical Zoe. I'm not doing much. I pull up, make a few little jabs and jokes, explore a little bit of trauma. So if that's your thing, hit my line.
Excellent. Thank you so much again. We're going to find someone to raid, and we will see you all next time. Have a great night.